Assalamu alaikum. Hello viewers. Thank you so much for joining us today for Q&A. So let me move to my next question, and I'm still coming back to you, Munira. Forgive me for this. So the question is, what are the strategies one can use to improve the overall well-being? That is one question. Are there any unique techniques one can use, obviously in relation to improving the overall well-being? And then what can be recommended for them to improve the overall mental well-being?
First of all, when we talk about mental well-being, I want you to realize these three aspects. Your thoughts affect your feelings, and your feelings affect your behavior, and your behavior now comes back and affects your thoughts. So it's a whole full cycle. It's always thoughts, feelings, behavior. So if you want to improve your mental well-being, it's to start with that, realizing your thoughts and your feelings and your behavior are always attached. Sometimes you'll need to ask yourself, why am I behaving this way? What kind of thought do I have? Sometimes an action can actually give you the main root cause of why you are acting the way you are acting. For example, if I start saying, if I start behaving in a way whereby I'm jeopardizing the relationships I have, I don't want to wake up in the morning, maybe if I go back, I'll find my thoughts being, I'm tired. Why am I tired? See? Why am I tired? I'm tired because maybe I don't feel I'm deserving, or maybe I've failed at one particular thing, and going back and forth whereby you're asking yourself this question. Another second thing is self-awareness. So thoughts, feelings, and behavior also go back to self-awareness. Being aware of your dislikes, aware of your likes, aware of how you're behaving, aware of how I'm responding to things. Am I responding or am I reacting to things? And a strategy that will be for you to be able to understand yourself will be journaling, for example, whereby you journal to yourself. You journal the things that you're thinking. You know, overthinkers especially. Yeah, overthinkers, how they're very good at overthinking. I have clients who tell me, I can't write in a journal. By the time I'm finishing the first sentence, I've thought about 3 other sentences. And that's even good.
I completely understand, yeah.
You're an overthinker.
I am.
I know. So when we are journaling, we are writing down our thoughts, we are writing down how we are feeling, we are writing down how things are. So at that point whereby when we are writing down, it also gives us a leeway in answering questions that we have. Another thing is going to be, after journaling, is sit down with yourself daily. Have meditation time, have time whereby you are understanding your things. You know, the me time that's very famous.
Yeah.
The me time that's always known for, and then people say it's part of self-care, but people don't know what that me time entails. It's just sitting down and asking yourself, what do I want to do? For example, for me, my me time is normally early in the morning.
Okay.
So I will take my time from, let's say, around, if I wake up at 4 or 3, from 5 a.m. up until 7 a.m. before I start preparing myself for work or socializing with people. I will take my time, prepare some coffee, walk around the house, open the windows, sit down and think to myself, what do I want to do? Am I at par with the things, with the plans that I have? What do I want to change in my life? That's a time that I just converse with myself. So that me time is not just supposed to be you painting, you reading, you doing things. It's also part of you conversing with yourself. Another thing about mental well-being is adapt hobbies. Adapt hobbies that sustain you. There are things that automatically just make you smile. Allah has created a lot of things on earth. So sit down with yourself. Look for something that makes you automatically smile, makes you automatically appreciate living. There's always that aspect that makes you want to live, want to laugh, want to be with other people. So look for that. Another thing is social group. Human beings and animals have never been created for just alone, they themselves.
We are social beings.
We are social beings.
Yes.
We have been created in a way whereby we will take part in our society. We will take part in community things. If you're a man, you might be liking football, go for football. If you're a lady, you might like having that just, henna time or girls party or kitchen party,
Yes.
all those aspects. Let's capture them. Let's use them to improve our mental well-being.
Wow, that is quite comprehensive, but you mentioned something to do with self-awareness, and I'm asking myself, what does self-awareness entails? How can I improve my self-awareness? But I will not ask you those questions today. Hopefully we'll have a whole topic in relation to self-awareness. The other aspect that you also mentioned that I was asking myself questions, and I'm sure viewers will, is issues in relation to meditation. When we hear mindfulness and meditation, what comes into our mind is the gurus and, and, I'm asking myself, like, us as Muslims, what are some of the aspects that we can use to improve or use them as a meditation? But I'm sure we'll have a whole topic in relation to meditation and mindfulness. So before I continue, I just want to come to Zakaria, if he has any addition to the techniques, the recommendations, and also the strategies one can use to improve mental well-being.
If I can add about the techniques, I think one of the techniques that you can practice is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 techniques, where they say see 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can touch, for example. So up to them. So what it can help you about this is like it tries to help you shift your focus from whatever you are thinking about to the present at time that you are. So when it focuses your attention, you will just be focusing with your surroundings. There's nothing that you'll be worrying about. So for example, let's say that you're thinking about things that you have seen in social media. At that moment, you are not capable of getting those things. These techniques can help you focus your attention in the present and focus what's surrounding you, instead of you thinking things that are beyond your capabilities, that, for example, that time. The other thing is, I can say, is gratitude. Even Islamically, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even says that most of the time, if you just understand the ni'mah, the blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon you, you will not be thinking about what other people have been given. So, and most of the thing that nowadays people are stressing is the thing that they cannot attain. There is an ideal thing that they cannot attain. If they focus on the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them, they will not be thinking a lot and they will not be worrying a lot. The way even Aisha said that this thought gonna affect your thinking, then it's gonna affect your behavior, and it's coming back again. So instead of you thinking about things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give you, can you just take a time for yourself and say that, oh Allah, you give me this, alhamdulillah for this. Even if you cannot remember most of the time, it's always good even to journal. At least even 3 things in a day, if you can remember, you'll realize that there's a lot of things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, and you'll stop being worrying.
Thank you so much, Zakaria, for bringing in specifically the aspect of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique, and how that really improves us and brings us back to our present. And also that comes back to the point Munira raised about our thoughts and how that can control thoughts. I really like how the two were connected. I'm sure so many people will benefit from that. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I would love us to end here. Please, I am sure you have a lot of questions, a lot of clarifications that you would love to get. Come back and join us for more conversations in the next episodes. Thank you.